Oh, okay. All right, let's let's get into it. So Bo Burnham is one of my hipster things where I get to be like, I was a Bo Burnham fan, not before he was popular, because I think the reason I found him was because he was popular on YouTube, but I've been a Bo Burnham fan for probably over a decade, I'd say, at least, if not more, because I'm pretty sure I watched his shit when I was in high school, and unfortunately, to saying this out loud, that was over a decade ago. So, and it's just been really interesting watching his growth as a performer and even as a person, from singing songs about the KKK in his bedroom to making what he made recently, his new special Inside. It's been pretty fascinating, and it's been fun because he's literally the same age as me, and so it's like seeing someone in the public eye sort of grow up alongside you. And I've noticed I definitely feel that we share a lot of the same ideals, and it's really fun to see someone speaking out about that. And so I want to preface talking about this with a couple of things. I want to say, first off, I think that his new special Inside is fully a masterpiece, and I use that in the most serious sense, I guess. I think it's one of the most brilliant pieces of art I've seen in general, and I love it. That being said, I understand if it's not everybody's cup of tea, and I even get a little self-conscious about it because it's so popular. And when something gets so popular, it's hard to wrestle with that, for me at least. It's like, I think Rick and Morty is a great example. I really like Rick and Morty, but there's like a lot of shitheads that really like Rick and Morty. And the same with Bo Burnham's new special. It feels like there's a lot of people who are seizing onto it when you're like, no, but it's meant to be read this way, and he's saying so much about this in society. And I said I was on TikTok a lot, and his specials all over TikTok, people are using his songs, and there's a lot of people that are just like, hey, I'm sad too, what if I make a montage to one of his sad songs? And yeah, that's great. Everybody has their own battles with mental health, but especially his White Woman Instagram song, there's just a lot of girls on TikTok that are like, oh my god, it's literally me. And it's like, well, okay, that's not really okay. Whatever floats your boat. But, and I remember okay. When I was going through Letterboxd and on Twitter, every once in a while I'll see something that's like, man, white people really love Bo Burnham's new special, so it makes me feel like, oh, okay, so liking his stuff it's like a white thing. It's like, because it's not, I don't know, is it not woke enough? I don't know. I don't know what the issue is. There's a comedian that I like on Twitter, and she tweeted something about the special where she was kind of poking fun at it a little bit, where she was just like, thank God not everybody's like Bo Burnham and they can just watch hours of footage of themselves. And it's like, okay, but what, I mean, it's not like, I mean, as someone that edits my own podcast and edits my YouTube, like, I hate my face and I hate my voice, but you kind of, when you're trying to make something, you sort of enter this, you're like, that was on camera, Jake. Now I'm editor, Jake. I'm a different person. Like, maybe not everyone's like that, but I'm like, does that make me a fucked up person that I can film hours of myself talking or on camera and I can edit it? You go into a different state of mind. Like, I don't know. Like, I turn that part of me that hates my voice off when I'm editing my podcast, and I'm like, yeah, my voice sucks. Don't worry about it. Like, you gotta edit the ums and the pauses and cut out things that are superfluous and stuff like that. I'm just like, I feel like I'm getting really defensive because it's a special that really impacted me, and to see people taking the piss out of it and acting like it wasn't this actual meaningful thing is really annoying, because it makes me feel like, oh, well, am I just dumb and shallow? I don't know. I'm not sure, but all I can go off of is just like what I felt and what I thought. And for me, it more than anything, and I've been saying this to my friends as I try to pitch it to them, and as I'm hopefully hopefully successfully pitching to you if you're listening to this. It's just, I find it to be really funny and tragic and brilliant. And more than anything, you know, we, for the past year and a half, have been going through one of the most nightmarish things people can go through. I mean, I have to imagine, like most people, you just got desensitized to it after a while. Like, but the fact of the matter is, a lot of people died, and a lot of bad shit happened, and our lives were dramatically altered. And maybe you're the kind of person who thought it was over, the hysteria over it was unjustified. And to that, I don't know what to say. It still affected you, though. It still impacted your life, and even if you think it was all bullshit, and you're not willing to admit it, it probably did something to your psyche in a way. And if you were someone that was worried about the pandemic, and especially if you had to drastically alter your lifestyle, it has probably left lasting wounds on all of us in a way that it feels like nobody's really addressing. It feels like we've entered into, man, that was a crazy last year. Well, back to business. You know, we're all vaccinated, at least most of us are, and we're just gonna get back to the way things were. And for me, this special felt like someone finally being like, no, hang on a second. That was really fucked up what we all just went through. And here's me translating that through not only what we just all experienced as a society, but also my own battles with mental health, and putting that on display for you, while also mixing in a lot of my commentaries on society, which, again, like I said, I agree with a lot of them, of just the way like he has this bit where he's like laying on a pillow where he's just talking about people, especially younger people, just consuming content at an alarming rate, and just the way he has a whole song about how the internet is warping people's brains, and I'm firmly in that camp. And I can't help but wonder if people my age and younger, we all seem to be battling mental illness on a level that it's not just that we're more aware of it. It can't be. It just can't be. So what is it? It's the way society is, the ADD nature of society, how fast everything moves, how much information is coming at us at once. You know, I got into this a little bit with Jancy when we did the Persona episode about being constantly assaulted by bad stuff 24/7, and it's hurting people's brains. And I feel like we're just kind of, me especially, it's just like, you know, I have my own stuff going on, but it wasn't until like the last couple years where I suddenly had to go to the doctor and be like, I am having like bad anxiety, and it's a problem. I'm having panic attacks now. And it's like, what changed in the last couple of years? It's like, I don't know. It's just, it just really felt like finally someone's talking about it. And I don't know if it's given me full catharsis, but at least it got me processing through some of it and thinking about some of it. And it's just, for me, that's why it's so meaningful on a deeper level. But then just in general, I think all the songs are really good, even the ones that maybe aren't necessarily super funny. I mean, he started off, his shows were meant to be comedic, but as he's gotten older, he's really sprinkled in a lot more serious stuff, but still making it musical. I find the songs to be really, just any day of the week, I could be singing any one of the songs from the special randomly. They're all really catchy and good. He filmed, I haven't even really explained what the special is, but over the course of the last year, he basically took a camera and filmed himself doing these songs by himself. He did everything himself in like one room, and it's crazy what he's able to pull off. Like, not only is it inspiring from the catharsis of what we all just went through level, but it's also inspiring from a filmmaker level, where it's like one guy with a camera was able to fucking make something like this, and it's brilliant. The cinematography is brilliant at times. The lighting is amazing. The shot choices, it's just a guy setting up a camera. And yeah, it took him a year, and he almost lost his mind trying to make it, and somehow puts that into the special. It's kind of like almost a pseudo documentary at points. But it's an incredible piece of art just in general. When I make my best of 2021 list, which maybe I'll be more timely on that, it will be on that list. There's a very good chance it'll be number one. I can't imagine anything knocking it off. It's really, really special. And if you haven't watched it, I'm sorry if a lot of people have been raving about it and it's made you be like, you know what? So many people have told me to watch it. I don't even want to watch it anymore. I get that. I really do. I really, really do. But it's so good. It's so good. You got to experience it just to know what everyone's talking about. And, you know, maybe you won't love it as much as I do, but I dare you to watch it and not have a couple songs that really amuse you, for it to not make you think a little bit. And I don't know. I mean, every time I watch it, I cry, and I cry at like different points. I've watched it fully twice now, and I've watched some of the songs a few times. I'm probably going to watch it a few more times throughout the year, just when I'm feeling like it. I've watched it enough to where I'm comfortable just kind of having it on, and I don't have to 100% focus on it, which is a little bit ironic because he fully has a song about, are people even paying attention to this, or did they just throw it on their TV in the background? It's just, I don't know. I love the meta-ness of it. I mean, I'm a Charlie Kaufman fan here. I love a self-hating white guy who's trying to talk about it and just be honest with himself in the world. He has a lot of stuff about, like, look, just because you say, oh, I did this, that doesn't just mean you're forgiven for it. You have to change and reflect. And I don't know. It's just, there's so much to say about it, but I'm not going to go on and on and on about it. I'm just going to say, if you're hearing my voice right now, I really think you should watch it if you haven't. I think it's a full-on masterpiece. I really do. I really, really do. I dare you to not like any of the songs. Like, it's such a wide variety of stuff too. It's really amazing. The whole thing's just so well done. I'm a Bo Burnham fan for life. I've always have been. Astronaut meme. Wait, it's all Bo Burnham? Astronaut with a gun behind him. Always has been.